Alright guys, so what my doctor suggested when he said let's talk about transplant is at least get evaluated. Right now, I might not need one just yet because I'm not fully dependent on oxygen. I'm still able to go to the gym and do a normal workout. We know that I typically bounce back a decent amount after the hospital. I get home, I eat better, I'm more active. So we're not saying I need one exactly right now, but it's good to get evaluated and see what the transplant team says, what I should do, or at least come up with a plan. And the idea behind that is, let's just say they say I don't need one right now. Well, what happens this winter, right? And maybe flu season in 2019. What happens if I have a really bad exacerbation and boom, I'm right there, I need one, I'm not doing well in the hospital. It is a lot better to have a connection and a relationship already formed with a transplant center rather than the doctor saying, hey, I know you don't know this patient, but he's really bad, he needs a transplant. So it's always better to have that foot in the door, if you will. So that's what we're doing here, guys. That's what we're gonna do in this video. I just got to St. Louis, Missouri. It's about midnight now. Tomorrow morning, I have to wake up bright and early and go to a lung transplant evaluation. And this is not my first one, guys. I had one back in 2012, 13. And back then they said, hey, you're not ready just yet. My lung function was 26% back then. I was on oxygen most of the time, but they said that I don't know, I honestly don't know why. They said I have some drive in me. They didn't think I had given up yet, or you know what I'm saying? I wasn't at that point where I needed one just yet. Luckily, here I am, guys. You know, I don't know how it happened. 6 years later, I bounced back, got my fitness on, my nutrition. You guys know I use essential oils. But anyway, not to ramble, guys. So tomorrow I start lung transplant evaluation. I'm gonna take you guys with me. What it consists of is 4 days, guys, of testing. And what they typically do is lots of scans, lots of x-rays, lots of CT scans, a lot of lab work. They talk to you about what's gonna happen in the lung transplant surgery, how you recover from it, things to expect. They wanna see what your mentality is. And one very important factor is you have to have a support system. They don't want you to go into a transplant and not have someone there, a spouse, a friend, a family member, because it's a very, very hard surgery. It's a very hard recovery. And if you don't have someone there motivating you, loving you, you know, keeping you going, they're afraid that you might not choose to push through. So I got my best friend Sam. You guys will meet him here in the next clip, and he's gonna go with me. He's been my best friend since college. We were roommates in college. We talk constantly, and he actually just moved to St. Louis from DC. So we are gonna go tomorrow morning. It starts at 7 a.m. And it will be an all-day process, probably till 4 or 5 p.m. And what happens is it's a 4-day process, like I said, but here's what we're hoping for, guys. If you are not ready yet, so they think for some reason your lung function's too good, or you still got some kick in you, maybe you know you don't want to give up just yet, they will usually send you home on the 2nd day. And then from there, what you would typically do is they'll send you home and you'll just follow up every 6 months or maybe every year with that transplant team. So guys, that's what we're hoping for in this video. I'm going to show you guys everything, but that is what we're hoping for because, you know, I don't want to transplant too soon, guys. A transplant, just be harsh, but a transplant's like a death sentence because your body will reject it. For current modern day medicine, your body will reject the lungs at some point. So it's a second chance at life. So I don't want to get one too soon because you want to live as long as possible, right? I would love to be able to see my grandkids one day. If I get a transplant too soon, then I will not make it to be a grandpa. That's in modern day, right? We might come out, science might come out where the lungs will not get rejected and it will all be gravy. Anyway, my lung function right now, guys, is 35%. I know we're like, you just told us 21% in April. It was 21 in the hospital. I came home super weak, probably super weaker than I've ever been before, actually. It was very hard recovery. I got on my nutrition again. You know, I'm trying to eat 4,000 calories a day, at least 32 to 3,500 if I can. I try for 4,000, that gets hard. And I've been on my fitness, guys. I make sure I do 15 to 30 minutes of cardio every single time I work out, which is 4 days a week. And then I do about an hour of lifting after that. And luckily, I just got my PFTs tested a week and a half ago, and they're at 35%. So we are expecting to go home the second day, which means you guys will not get to see the last 2 days. I know you guys might be bummed about that, but that is a good thing for me. So, all right, I'm gonna get to bed. I'm super tired, and I will see you guys in the next clip, which will be 6 a.m. in the morning for me. Let's go.